My name is ZYL. I'm a computational social scientist, ecosystem.ai, and a doctorate in engineering and math, and basically switched to multidisciplinary and social sciences. We've got three main product lines, but basically what we do is we use social sciences to nudge people to behave differently. So if you think about the algorithms that we got, the client pulse responder, that's the first one, is when you engage with an institution and you leave a trail behind, and that trail could be your financial transaction, the phone that you use, the phone calls that you make, the parking that you pay at the airport, the ticket that you've purchased, the interaction that you've had that leaves that digital footprint. Every one of those transactions tell us something about you. It tells us that you spent money on certain brands, certain times of the day, under certain conditions, that you put fuel on a Monday and you buy food on a Tuesday and you go to the gym on a Friday, and everything about you gets described through this transactional trail. So now the question is, if somebody is going to defraud you, that means that behavior changes. So we will be able to pick up that there's a shift in your behavior that is then basically picked up by an algorithm to say that this person does not normally behave like this, there's potentially something wrong. What we've been using it for is mostly for financial well-being. So that means that, is it better for me to nudge you that I know that you might pay late on your credit card this month and warn you that you're going to be late, so that I don't charge you the penalty interest, so I don't make as much money, but because I nudged you and made you feel better about who you are and who I am then by warning you, it's good for both of us, rather than just making money off you. So that well-being model, we've got prediction that we use, and it's called the pulse. And the pulse is that interaction pace that you have between different people, and then we calculate how we can influence that for positive purposes. The ecogenetic algorithm is essentially, if I can use an analogy, so if you think about your body, your DNA tells us nothing about how you speak, what you know, who your friends are, tells us nothing about your social system, but it tells us about your makeup. So that means that do you have a genetic flaw, or is there something that's happened to you? And in organizations, if you think about how they deal with their clients, leave that same structure, because the way you sell to them, the way you deal with them, and we use network and graph theory to determine how that structure is going to influence your success, and we then predict what that structure should look like for continuous success. So that means that if I get people to interact in a certain way, let's reproduce those interactions over time. Yeah. And then the last one is a community, and a community is how ideas flow in communities. So if you had to think about classical marketing, the purpose is to convince you to buy a product from me or a service from me, and that means that I design a message that must go to you. You must then accept that message and act on it. That's the distance between the point at which I decide that I want to convince you to change your behavior to purchase my service or my product, and then you actually acting on it. And that is a community. That distance that we measure can be done mathematically. So you can work out that the more I convince you to do certain things, I can get you to do other things too, for the benefit of both of us. And you then track that kind of behavior. So our prediction technology is a platform. So basically what you do is you have a multitude of data sets, and those data sets can come from various sources. So it's both your financial and other forms of behaviors, plus the interactions that you might have had with your digital platform, with your call centers, with everything else. We then construct those into algorithms, and we then build models around it, what's called AutoML. So it's a machine learning for machine learning kind of approach, with stacked ensembles and the various other ways in which we do it. That's very technical, but let's not worry about that. And then the final outcome essentially is a runtime predictor that is a piece of technology that runs inside your current infrastructure that will then help you to be more intelligent after you've done it with us than what you were before. So you'll hit the machine to make some decisions for you around, talk to your client today because you're going to lose them. Talk to this client because you know that they are about to switch to a different company. Inform these people that they should buy from you today because they are about to purchase something. So you can then predict, and the idea is that even if you are 99% wrong, you are still 1% more accurate than somebody else that doesn't do it. So in social sciences, we work on that kind of model. So you keep on calibrating your successes around the humans that behave within your client base to keep on making sure you deliver better services to them. So that's sort of in a nutshell how it works. No, I love it. I think that what is great for South Africa, and it's probably confusing for many, is that in San Francisco we've got you've got thousands of companies doing this sort of thing, or in New York you've got thousands of these companies and around the world. And Cape Town has become a hotspot. And I think that what they've done over here is brought together a great bunch of people. I mean, last night we interacted with companies we've never met before. We reconnected with people we haven't seen very, very long time. And it's amazing to see that it's vibrant. I think that's the big thing. And even our international visitors who came with us and our global team who's here, I think we all just, like the energy here. I think, South African setting with these, kind of environment, great, enjoy it.